Hold up. So, are they saying we could not have electricity for a month, 6 months, 2 years or more? Nah, that can't be what they're saying. Nah. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Get Ready, Stay Ready. Appreciate you all for joining me once again. Please like, share, subscribe if you like this content, and please comment. All comments are welcome as long as they're tasteful and respectful. You know how I like to do. I like to get right into it. So this is hurricane season, like right in the middle of hurricane season. Typically, a hurricane season starts in May and ends in November, right? So we're in almost the middle of August. Just the first week of August, so it's August 8th. So yeah, and the states that are along the Gulf Coast are close to Gulf Coast, like Texas, Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi, Florida, of course. You could even actually throw in Georgia and North and South Carolina, right? Um, they're all maybe even Arkansas. They're all aware and supposedly prepared for if a hurricane or major storms hit during the hurricane season. But I read an article on Fox Business that maybe has me a little concerned, and I want you all to give me your opinion on it. It made me wonder, how prepared are we really? Think about this. A lot of people out there have EVs or electric vehicles, right? A lot of people out there are addicted to the internet. What would happen if we had to go without those for 2 weeks, a month, 6 months, a year, 2 years? Who would suffer the most? How would we fare um, having to go without those items, for going without electricity for that long period of time? Um, the article, and let me share it with you here, and like I say, you all let me know what you think about it. The article, what I'm showing here is, it says supply shortages could mean delays in power restoration after storms. And you can see it was published back on August 6th, Fox Business. Power companies warn the threat extends far beyond hurricane season. So remember, what I'm reading now is not just hurricane season. They're saying that it could extend far beyond hurricane season. So we can't look at this and say, hey, this is just for those states or it's just for hurricane season. What I'm getting out of that, it could be any scenario in which or any event in which you could lose electricity, right? So, but that seems normal, right? The headline seems normal. Then I scroll down and it says Florida's emergency management director is warning new supply chain issues could lead to delays in power restoration after a major storm. The warning comes as the coast prepares for the peak of an above average hurricane season. Then I read this part. It says basic essentials to restore power, including transformers, are in short supply. Transformers typically take 3 to 6 months to import, but the delivery date is 2 to 6 years from now because of supply chain issues. Let me read that again. Transformers typically take 3 to 6 months to import, but the delivery date is 2 to 6 years from now because of supply chain issues. Now, I have a question for you all. Is that normal? It says typically 3 to 6 months to import, but the delivery date is 2 to 6 years from now because of supply chain issues, and seems like 99.9% of everything is being blamed on supply chain issues. But I mean, it doesn't seem normal to me. That's a long time to have some transformers delivered. What happens, if a couple or a few or several, you know, major storms or hurricanes hit, and we use up all the transformers we have on hand. What happens then? I mean, I'm assuming there would be a transformer shortage. Now you're gonna have your people out there that say it is impossible to have a transformer shortage. But hey, there are people out there that still think, there's still think there's never been or is still no food shortages. It goes on to read, and this is a quote: "Transformers are a critical component for electric restoration and electric delivery. Some manufacturers were not even taking new orders for transformers because they have such a backlog already," unquote, said Amy Zubili. I hope I pronounced Amy's name correctly. Zubili, the executive director for Florida Municipal Electric Association. FMEA represents Florida's 33 public power companies. Utilities across the state have publicly shared concerns over transformer shortages. So this is something they've been talking about. This is just not an overnight thing. It says they've publicly shared utilities across the state have publicly shared concerns over transformer shortages. So for those who think that there cannot be a transformer shortage, it's telling you right there that they're already sharing concerns over transformer shortages. So think about that before you try to say that there can't be shortages. Goes on to say, quote, "As we prepare for hurricane season, we build up a supply and a stock of our electric grade components that we need for hurricane restoration. That's separate from our normal operating supplies of materials. That supply on both hands may not be up to the extent that it normally is," unquote, Zubili said. FMEA is hopeful power companies could manage a light hurricane season, but warns power restoration may be a challenge if the region is slammed with multiple storms. Now, to me, that is maybe it's just me, but that is an issue of concern. For me, it is, because there may be. I'm just saying that there may be multiple storms hit on any given time, any given state, and don't if we don't have enough transformers, what do we do? Yeah, I'm sure you have people out there who have um, generators, in-home generators. You have the ones that you can't use inside the home, gas operated. You have the solar generators. You have all of those things. But how long are you prepared to use those for? Like, are you prepared to use those for a month, 2 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years? And another thing I wonder is some of these generators out here, whether it's solar and I'm not the generator expert, you all let me know. Under constant heavy usage, how long are some of these generators going to last? It's one thing to use a generator and only use it maybe once a week, 3 times a week, 3 times a month, whatever. Some people only use theirs 4 times a year. But if you're constantly using it every day, does it make a difference? I mean, I wouldn't want to have to use mine every day, especially if it's a gas operated generator. Because gas, yeah, the prices have come down recently, but it's still not where they should be. So let me know what you all think about this. Like I said, it makes my little 2 weeks that I spent without electricity back in 2008 after the hurricane. It makes that seem like nothing really, because I know that there's been more people um, who spent longer. Even when I was homeless, I had some source of electricity somewhere. Um, whether it's going sit into a restaurant or just go walk around the store, even if I just go use the restroom somewhere, there was electricity. But this situation, I don't know. At times, I think a lot of these stories or articles are fear tactics, and I know that there have been a lot of them over the past couple of years. Lots of fear tactics. But is this one a fear tactic, or is this Is this legitimate? Like, is there really a concern over transformer shortages? Now, I can say this. I remember back in 2008, had the opportunity to get to know my neighbors when we didn't have electricity. We all came together and we had a cookout, our cookouts, pretty much one every day because our appliances were all electric and we couldn't use them. So we would all get together and have a cookout that evening. Every day someone different would buy it was about 5 or 6 households, and every day a different household seemed like would buy something to put on the grill, to put on the pit, and someone else would buy drinks, someone else would buy, for those who drink alcoholic beverages, someone would have that. So gave me the opportunity to see who, in certain situations, who would really be on your side. So I don't want to wait until there is no electricity to find out who's on my side. So I would say part of our preparation should be not only preparing for a lengthy amount of time without electricity, but also seeing who's on our side. So if that does happen, we know who we can count on, and also we know who can count on us, because we have to be reliable too in situations like this. So yeah, let me know what you all think in the comments. I mean, is this something we should be looking more into? Should we be preparing for this? Is it just a fear tactic? Let me know what you guys think. Once again, please like, share, subscribe, comment, and as always, get ready, stay ready. God bless.